So we just got back from church and we came back late actually because we had to stop at the market to get a few things. So thankfully I really prepared tomato chicken stew in the morning before I left. So the only thing I need to do now is to boil rice. And then we can eat. And after eating, I have to make the braid their hair. Um, yeah, and that will be it for today. Sunday. I don't really want to stress myself.
Sorry, Mommy.
It's okay, I've heard. Just put it there. Some of the things that my husband helped me wash after breakfast. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Special Pillars. I am Rhoda. Do you what?
The thin screen.
Thank you. What of the sofa pillows? Did you put them up?
Yes.
In your own room? Is it clean?
No.
Please?
No.
Can you? So guys, I know it's been quite long since I uploaded that, more than 2 weeks now. So many things have been happening. My mom-in-law came around and we celebrated her birthday. Two of my daughters also celebrated their birthday this month. And my sister, who has been helping me and assisting me here at home, has traveled back home. So it's just me and my husband now. So then I don't take all that back.
Antes we are in the kitchen.
Yes.
Didi, come, let's go change clothes.
Forever you are God. I bless you, Lord, you are holy. Jesus, and forever. And forever you are God. I bless you, Lord, you are holy. Savior, and forever you are God. And forever you are God. I bless you, Lord, you are holy. Jesus, forever. And forever you are God. I bless you, Lord. You. So guys, what you are seeing so far, or what you've been seeing so far in this video, is our after Sunday service activities. Right now, I am cleaning and sorting the fruit in my usual way. Stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you how to thread your children's natural hair so that you can straighten them naturally if you don't want to use heat. Okay.
What?
I'm coming, please have a question.
I'll take the tortoise. And I'll keep one to the grand soup. There's no fork in this front. No key to fork.
Open the other one. Or maybe the fork is in here.
Oh, that's like sea fork. I can see one treasure fork. And then the other forks are big.
You just shoot. Sorry, man. So the food is ready. After lunch, we'll be going straight into the hair making. Just stay tuned, okay? So the very first thing I always do is to moisturize the hair before I start making it. Actually, immediately after hair wash, I always put in for some leave-in conditioner. But again, before we start, I have to put more because otherwise, um, they will start howling, okay? Because detangling the hair or combing through the hair, to prepare for braiding it is always a very huge issue, okay? Because of shrinkage, okay? Once you put water to African hair, natural African hair, it shrinks, and that shrinkage means that some of the hair gets tangled up, and to be able to braid it properly and get it to grow more, you have to detangle them. So you need leave-in conditioner to be able to do this. Now I am just going to use my parting pin to just part the hair as cleanly as possible. Please do take note, mommies, you do not have to be so perfect at this. Try your best to make the clean part, but if it's not working, just make sure it doesn't look rowdy, okay? However you do it, it's fine. Just try your best, okay? And then I'll section a part that I want to thread. As you can see, I have already like separated all the strands of wool. I'm using yarn. Is it yarn or wool now? I think it's yarn. Yes, I'm using yarn to make this hair. So I've separated them and kept them for, to make things easy for me. So I just hold on to the hair, the section of the hair that I want to make. You can see what I'm doing, right? With my left hand, and because I'm right-handed, I start using the right hand to thread the hair from the root all the way down. Now you want to tie the root like 2 to 3 times to get it steady, but don't tie it, don't make it too tight, right? Before you start moving down. And I'm going to go all the way down to the end. So when you start getting towards the down part, that's the end of the hair, take the thread in your right hand and fold it across 3 fingers on your left. That's your pinky finger and the next 2 fingers following it. Pin it down with your thumb, what I just did right now. Can you see? And then you just thread to the end. This will help relieve pain on your fingers. After you finish, use one of the strands of hair, of wool or yarn, whatever you're using, to knot the hair tightly. Do this as many times as you can. Just make sure that you have a secure knot. I will go ahead and do the same thing for throughout the whole hair. I will show you again when I get to the last one. So I will show you once more. Grab the hair with your left hand, hold it so, and then using your right hand, use the yarn to start tying from the root upwards. So the number of the strands of yarn you use actually depends on the size of the section that you made. So if they are a little smaller than mine, then you can use maybe 2. I'm using 3 because they are quite big. So you will continue going down all the way to the end, making sure that there are no spaces in between your threadings, if that makes sense. So now I am done. I am going to add some decorations, with pink rubber rings to some strands of hair, and use a scissors to chop off the excess strands of yarn or wool, whatever you call it. So the next thing I'm about to do right now is to tie the hair together. Now I have divided this hair into 2 broad parts. I don't know how to explain this, but just try to follow what you see me doing. Basically, it's just a motion of picking one hair, adding it to another hair, line by line, and then using extra yarn like I'm doing. You can use 2 strands, okay, like I'm doing right now, and just tying it together all the way down. As you go down, you continue to pick the hair under. Make sure you follow the sequence if you pull one from, if you put it haphazardly, it's not going to come out really okay. It will look somehow, it will look scattered. Okay, just follow the line, follow the progression, and go. As you go down, you keep picking hair and adding. So you move from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, like that, till you get to the number where you want to stop. And then you do the other side. I don't know if this makes sense, but I believe it does. At least you can see what I'm doing on the screen. Please do follow suit. So you can see that we now have two big strands of hair. Okay, two multi-stranded multi-stranded sections of hair. Now, because they are students and my children really don't like anything touching their shoulders or their back, I am going to just cross each one out, over to the other side, and use the extra strands of wool left at the end to make sure I secure it to the root of one of the hairs, just like you see me doing. Okay, when I finish, I'm going to use a scissors to nip it very closely to the root so that we don't have hairs flying away, just like so. So guys, that is it. That's all. Okay, it's simple. It's really simple to make. Just take your time, do it slowly, and you will just get accustomed to it. Is the hair not cute? I think it's very beautiful, and it's simple, and it also preserves. You can have this for as long as you want. Okay, if you want, you can even shower together with the hair. Just wash it off if there are some dead stuck to the end. But what it does is that it actually preserves the actual hair, and it helps it to grow. And when you lose the hair, you will see that it is very straightened. Okay, you can actually go ahead and do some cornrows or braiding on it without having to bother about straightening the hair again. Now, the thing is that I had this great ambition of finishing the whole three girls' hair, okay, all of them, braiding all of their hair on Sunday, but I couldn't. So I had to rest. Yes, when it's time to rest, when my body says rest, I try to rest. Sometimes I don't listen to my body and I pay heavily for it. So I had to rest and continue the next day, which was a Monday after they got back from school. And yeah, this is the style that I made for my little girl Treasure. Yeah, unfortunately there's no tutorial for this. Hopefully we can create a detailed, very slow tutorial sometime soon in the near future. Okay, God help me. All right. And of course, I only braided Treasure's hair on Monday, and on Tuesday I braided Breezy's hair. That's my first daughter's hair. I will show you that one too. I'm done. So for this style, I will start by braiding the roots first, just for a short while, up to like 4 times, and then I will use the yarn to start tying it. This style that I'm making, we call it some gaps, so which means I'm not going to be tying it as tightly together as I did the first one that I showed you. Instead, I'm going to be leaving tiny gaps in between. Okay, again, this is a good way to straighten the natural hair and also preserve your natural hair from breakages and all that stuff. So when I get towards the end, I will then make the threading more tightly knit together, smooth, without any space in between, because this is where I'm going to be packing everything together. The idea about braiding for children or hairstyles for kids is that they don't have to be too complex, too complicated. Children, I strongly believe that children are supposed to look like children, not like adults. We adults, we are so complex, and sometimes we try to bring in our complexity into the children's life. All those things, they bother them a lot. So do not keep the girl waiting and making a whole, box braid and all that when they need only their hair to go to school. If there is a special occasion, then no problem. But if it's school hair, try to do something simple, okay? And something that is not heavy. So this is very light, and it's cute, it's beautiful. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope to see you next time. I'm sorry for the wait in uploading. I hope to be more consistent now. I'm still just finding myself because I've been very busy. Do bear with me. I hope to see you next time. Please subscribe and like my video if you enjoyed this video. God bless you so much. I love you. See you next time.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait.
We say thank you.
Thank you.
'Cause I'm always heading your way. And I know exactly what I'm